How's everybody doing out there? This is Bistro's Ducks and Stuff. Hey, that's the name I came up with. Uh, we gonna add as we do more episodes. As I do more episodes, it's just me right now. So, but I had to grace the legendary first episode with the one and only number 8, of course, my man Marcus Mariota to bring Oregon its first and only Heisman Trophy. So, we always got to shout out the GOATs out there in Eugene. Ducks and stuff. What are we going to be doing with this, man? Look, I've got a pretty nice amount of following on Twitter, mostly of my Duck fans, fellow Duck fans. Got some coaches and some coaches, family members, and got a couple recruits. I can't drop names, and just got a couple friends that I know personally, and just a couple people that I discuss wrestling with. Another thing I'll be discussing on here because I am a big avid wrestling fan. I may not do all wrestling, but it's gonna be mostly Ducks. That's just how I am. I mean, it's my Ducks then wrestling. I did go to WrestleMania last year, so that's something we'll talk about in another episode, which will be pretty cool. Figure out how to be creative with that. This is a new challenge for me because I never thought I would actually do a YouTube channel. But, doing live feeds on Twitter for the past, few months, talking to a couple people on Twitter that said, why don't you just do a YouTube? So here I am doing my first YouTube broadcast in my apartment. I live by myself, so it's gonna be fun. No drama. I try to stay away from political stuff as much as possible. I just want everybody to be happy, have what they're supposed to have, mind their own business, and live how you're supposed to live and do right by each other. That's how I think it's supposed to go. Now, from that, Ducks and stuff. So, first of all, my Oregon Ducks. Oregon football, if you are aware of Oregon football, we are making some noise in the recruiting trail. Got a big recruit for the 2021 class. Yes, it's 2 years out, but it can lead a lot of momentum with the guys that's coming for 2020 because they might know the kid, and the kid may, have played with him in 7-on-7s and in the same team as Rocket football, early years growing up. Spring game coming up. It is a nice list. I can't tell you who's on that list. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the retweets by myself and some fellow Duck fans, but it's a lot of talent that's going to be on campus this weekend. Like, a lot of talent. Like, when I say a lot of talent, it's talent to the point where it's at every position. It's not just, oh, we got this right here, but we don't have this. We got this. It's a whole lineup, and these coaches have worked hard for it. And I kid you not, we have some of the best coaches in the nation. Some of the best coaches. Just reading these interviews. Shout out to my man Jay Hopkins and the rest of the Scoop Duck. I follow them. If you do not have the subscription, I suggest you subscribe. It's only $10 a month. But if you are an avid Oregon Duck fan, you getting your info. If you don't follow them, I say 247 Sports. I don't know those guys personally, but I do see a lot of their tweets, and I do get a chance to view some of their stuff. I don't have a subscription to them either, but hey, I'm always down to read about my Ducks. I'm always down to get info about football and just get my views on it because I am an avid fan of the game of football. I mean, I can talk about more than just my Ducks. I grew up in Niles, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan Wolverines and Michigan State. But I grew up 8 miles from Notre Dame, so I was actually a Golden Domer. Been to a couple football games. It is an atmosphere that you can't not experience. Just to be inside Notre Dame Stadium, the history, and seeing Touchdown Jesus. Been to a couple basketball games, men and women. Even went to a hockey game. So that's just my connection because I've lived in that area for 23 years of my life. So, but also growing up in Big Ten area, I've watched a lot of Ohio State, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin. Then moving to Texas and seeing how they do high school football down here. Watching Big 12 football. So it's a lot going on, and I just love the fact that I'm an avid fan for football and just being able to just talk football a lot and create my own YouTube channel to talk about that and other things amongst that is, I guess, a great way to do it. But Oregon spring game coming up Saturday, 420. It's going to be a packed house. The coaches are working hard. The coaches are enthusiastic about this team, this season. They're enthusiastic about the momentum that they're building with this recruiting class. It's a lot of things that are new to us as Oregon fans because the approach and the style to this is not the norm. We're used to our coach just laying back. We're used to the even keel, quiet coach who just goes out and does what he wants, and we just go out and we just do what we got to do. This coach is enthusiastic. He's out there knocking on doors. Of the 5 stars. Man, Oregon is more than what you think. We got more than just the uniforms. We building something out here. We got a family concept, and we care about the players, and we care about the family, and it's not just football. It's not just football. You can hear all of the recruits tell you that these coaches don't just talk football with them. And that's a good thing when you could connect with a kid on a level personally to understand what's going on in their mind. You have them at a point to where you are able to understand what they want and what they're trying to do and where they're trying to go and how that fits into your program. And if it fits, all for the kid. Hey, you never know. You never know. I mean, KT8 was just not even 6 months ago. People didn't think we was gonna get him, and look what happened. So, it's gonna be a lot of talking going on this weekend. A lot of dominoes falling in place. It's gonna be a great weekend. I just can't wait for Saturday to watch the game because I can't be there personally in person because I am in Dallas, Texas, and financial reasons. I'm not gonna be able to make it, but I will be in Dallas. Well, not in Dallas, but in Arlington, AT&T Stadium for the first game against Auburn on the 31st. So hopefully we get game day. Hopefully it's prime time. I mean, should be a top 10 matchup, 2 top 10 teams. Also, being that this is my first YouTube posting with this, I will be making a trip to Eugene, Oregon for my Duck followers of my Twitter and my YouTube. So just keep your eyes and ears peeled because I'll be dropping it now because I'm doing I had no idea I'd be doing a YouTube video, channel, anything. I just thought about it, got a couple feedbacks. Some people said go with it. So this is just my first time doing it, and it's gonna get better. You know, progression. You always do better the next time. You learn and you make your mistakes and you edit and you grow. So, you know, just bear with me. You know, as time goes, it gets better. From my Ducks football, you know, shout out to the men's basketball team for the Sweet 16 run because nobody expected that to happen, honestly. Back in January, we were like, maybe NIT. But, hey, they got it together and that team battled. Good luck to the guys that went into the draft. Hopefully you do get the evaluation you're looking for. If not, hopefully we see you back in Eugene next year because the basketball team is going to be making some more moves. I do expect that Coach Altman is a great coach. Coach Graves, congrats on that Final Four run. Miss Inescu, Miss GOAT herself, congrats on being named the Player of the Year in women's college basketball because you are that good. Don't let nobody tell you different. I'm sure you already know that because these haters talking crazy mess all over the internet daily, and it's sad because they can't just mind their own business because you're doing what you love to do. So, I mean, how can you hate somebody doing what they love to do? As simple as that. From my Ducks to the stuff, let's say I'm a Rangers fan for the baseball. I have no idea what this GM is doing for the Rangers. They're trying to build this new stadium, hoping that that's going to help attract pitching. Possibly. But the thing is the team we have now, over 500 barely. Not really a threat to make the playoffs in my eyes unless we just get hot or we make a key acquisition trade or one of our young guys just takes off or we have some pitchers that just kick the switch. I mean, I don't know. But ever since Hamilton left, Washington resigned, the Rangers have not been the same. They should never got rid of Darvish. Should have kept him. They should have got rid of Profar when they had the chance, and they should have gotten rid of Gallo when they had the chance. Those were two assets that could have brought us pitching or players that could have helped us sustain the level of playing that the Rangers were at. The level of playing the Rangers was at when they were going to 2 World Series, even though they didn't win either one. And I did get a chance to go to the World Series. Excuse me. The level they were playing at was so much better than the last couple of years because that level that they've played at hasn't been the best. I'm just being honest, and that's just as a fan. I'm not criticizing, the players because I know they practice hard, they play hard, but it just sucked. And I don't think the GM made the correct moves, honestly. That's just my opinion. I do live in Dallas, Texas with the Dallas Cowboy fans. Look, I work with a family member of a famous cowboy. I can't tell you who. Her and my other coworker, avid Cowboy fans. I interact with Cowboy fans on the daily. I do not hate the Cowboys. I respect those players on the team because you always have good players on the team. But your owner is ruining that team. Unless he just mistakenly makes a move in this draft. Hey, Vander Esch was a hell of a pickup. I don't know how the heck they looked out and made that pick, but that was a hell of a pick. Let's see if they can get lucky another year. Maybe they go corner, D-line, a safety, or maybe they go offensive lineman or receiver. I don't know. But one thing is for sure, that first pick they get, that better be somebody that's going to make an impact because they got to improve their defense. I'm going to tell you how they lost their playoff game. You went into L.A. Yeah, that place was rocking. You tried to run the ball with Ezekiel. Fam, your quarterback can run the ball too. Yeah, they have a good defense, but move your quarterback around so they can't tee off on the man. The dude is 6'3", yeah, he's 240 pounds plus, but he's freaking standing there. He's going to get teed off on by Aaron Donald and then Dominic Sue. And you started trying to run the ball with Ezekiel. Like, stop. Don't do that. Like, you're being predictable. Then your defense can't stop a runny nose, especially that offense was predictable. Hand the ball off to Gurley. And then they handed it off to the backup running back, and he got shot for 100 yards. So that tells you right now that your defense, as far as your D tackles, needs some improvement. I don't know which one, but something's gotta work. Something's gotta go. Something's gotta give because they got pushed back. You need another linebacker because you got 2 good ones. You need another corner because you took one corner, made him a safety, and making a safety a corner was, I don't know how they worked, but the dude was all pro. So leave him at corner. Go get you another safety and get you another corner. Make your defense better. When that defense gets better, the offense is going to be there because the offense has Zeke and the offense has Dak. Amari Cooper is there. Pay all 3 of them. Pay him. I mean, you're paying everybody else. You just brought back this man. How old is Jason Witten, fam? Do not get me wrong. When Witten was suiting up, Witten was making catches. Wasn't the fastest, but he was there when you needed him. I understand that. Dak don't need Witten. The issue with the Cowboys offense, since I've been in Dallas since 2010. When they had Marion Barber, they had Felix Jones. They always wanted to line up in I formation, run right, run left, up the middle on 1st and 2nd down, get 3 yards on 3rd and 7. Romo's in the shotgun with 2 running backs and 3 receivers running routes. How can 3 men get open against 8? That's the question. They only going to rush 3 and drop 8. They don't need to. They dropping 8 because the Cowboys only sending out 3 receivers. So Romo's kept y'all in a lot of games with his arm. Yeah, he's had the crazy turnovers, but at the same time, the defense can't stop the offense from putting up 45 points when you putting up 44. Point blank. Y'all can blame Romo. I've heard Romo say it was not Romo's fault. Romo won y'all games. Yeah, he may have made some mistakes that may have cost you the game, but it wasn't his fault in the first place because your defense was trash. Ever since they let DeMarcus Ware walk, the defense has been trash. And I knew when he left, I told people at the Dallas VA that DeMarcus Ware will win the Super Bowl before the Cowboys even sniff one. And I think I'm going to say the same for Dez. Them 2 dudes poured their heart out for the Cowboys. Yeah, it's a business. I understand that. but be a better person about it. Also, at the same time, you letting an all-pro, look, an all-pro outside linebacker / DN walk into free agency. You got absolutely nothing for DeMarcus Ware. I want you. He went to Denver. He walked to Denver. Took his sweet precious time to go to Denver. You could have did a sign and trade. You could have got one player off that Denver defense, because that Denver defense, when he got there, was already good. Von Miller was there doing his thing. They added a couple more pieces. Dallas could have got one of them pieces. Could have fortified themselves for getting rid of DeMarcus Ware. Then you could have had something to build around on defense. When they got rid of DeMarcus Ware, they had nothing to build around on defense except for Sean Lee. And I'm sorry Sean Lee can play, but Sean Lee is not. When was the last time he played a full season? When you can tell me that answer with a straight face, look, in the words of Cat Williams, don't worry, I'll wait. Because I can't even remember the last time he played a full season healthy. My man can play, but he's injury prone. You got to move on from that. You've got to. From the Cowboys, I mean, I could talk any team in the NFL. I can talk any team in Major League Baseball. I can talk the NBA playoffs. As a matter of fact, I've been rambling for about a good 15 minutes. Feels like a good place to stop for the first episode of Bistro's Ducks and Stuff. I'm debating on if I should do this daily, weekly, or monthly. Just say, depending on the feedback I get, I drop the link in the video, we'll see where it goes. So, y'all enjoy your evening. Thank you for checking in with the boy, the kid, the man, Bistro, Stromio, Brinson. Yeah, I gave you my government first name. That's all you gonna get. I'm not giving you my last name. Okay? Okay, man? Okay, man? But, you know, hey, look, I like to have fun joke. Oh, to my people coming to Dallas, August 30th, Friday. Even if you gonna be in the Dallas area and you see the video when you just happen to see this part, Texas Live. Rock your green and yellow. Look, we finna be in that mud like we Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, but we green and yellow. So we finna drip. We finna see all these Auburn fans. We finna hate on them too, because we here to take over. Oregon is on the rise. Texas Live, Arlington, Texas, August 30th. We are taking over. The flock will make Texas Live its nest. We here, we ready. Coach Mario Cristobal, if you somehow see this video, thank you for instilling the enthusiasm that you are instilling in this team and the vision that you have, because a lot of people didn't see it. And a lot of people didn't understand what we needed. But sometimes it's not what you want, it's what you need. And I believe you are the coach that Oregon needed. And you are the man that helped get this first national championship. And I believe that this recruiting class for 2020 might be way better than the class for 2019. I'm just being honest. You know, building blocks, dominoes, whatever you want to say. It's a master plan, and Mario Cristobal's got it. And the coaching staff in Oregon it's about to be a very, very scary situation for the rest of college football. Taking the pack, right? We're taking the pack first. Then it's the college football playoffs. SCO season is coming. SCO Ducks, go Ducks. Bistro out.